Hello everyone, welcome back to True Oracle Tarot. This reading is for Scorpio for November 2025. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share this video if you feel connected to it or know anyone who may need to hear this message. Also for the algo to push out the reading for others, to reach others who may need to hear it. Thank you. So Scorpio, I'm going to start with a general overview, then move on to money or finances, love, and relationships. Thank you. Okay. Your first card is the Three of Wands. The Queen of Swords. The Ace of Swords. The Five of Cups. The Hermit. The Seven of Swords. And then the Ten of Wands. I see a lot of decision making here and communication, Scorpio. There's a lot of weight on you in regards to responsibility. The Three of Wands is about planning and growth. As you can see, the flowers in the background. It's about a look ahead, setting goals, and considering your actions also. Your past and present actions. So you wanted to be mindful of that. Think about how it will impact the people around you, right? Just not at work, but also at home as well. The card is also telling you to take some time to think and prepare for the future. The Queen of Swords represents someone who's speaking the truth. So if you're a truth speaker, also just be careful how you speak to others. Now it's a very emotional time for a lot of people. With the Earth magnetic core slowing down, it's causing a lot of I wrote a paper on this on X. You can take a look at it, or even in the comments on the channel. It's causing a lot of upset, just not with animals but also humans. People are being can be a bit aggressive with one another, just not humans but also animals. Overly aggressiveness is a sign. A lot of emotions, sleeplessness, because it's affecting because we as human beings have a magnetic field also. Okay, so you can take a look at that and read more about it, so you have a better understanding of why people are behaving the way they are right now. So the card is also telling you to approach situations with a clear mind and a clear and straightforward communication. Okay. Also, get straight to the point. I know you're straight to the point kind of person. The queen is also telling you to be honest, okay, and have integrity also in your communication and the things that you do or you're doing for the month of November. And next you have the Ace of Swords. It represents new beginnings. You may have new ideas, or new product, or new project, or a new perspective on how you're going to approach things going forward for the month of November. It also suggests like a breakthrough, like you're having also a breakthrough, okay? Like an aha moment. You might be identifying things you may not have seen before. That might have been clear, right in your face. Okay? It cuts through, it's clarity, basically. You're going to have a moment of clarity, or moments of clarity. Like I said, there's a lot of things going on right now for a lot of different people, You'll find solutions also for things that's been sort of bugging you or nagging at you. This is also telling you to have clear and open communication, just like the Queen of Swords. Okay, so communication seems to be a grounding for this just general reading here. And then you have the Five of Cups, right? The Five of Cups is just, as you can see, it's just telling you be careful. You may have some disappointments also, potential disappointments, and you'll need to take time to reflect on that also. Accept the setbacks and the loss. Some things we control, the things you can, the things we can't, you just make it work for you. You let it go, learn from it, accept it as growth, and move on. Don't hold yourself back. Try to move on as much as you can. Okay, but you'll gain experience from it. The card is also telling you to look beyond your sadness, okay, or worry that and you'll find opportunities for growth, right? Which is what the Three of Wands is telling you. That is coming your way also. And next is the Hermit. This is a card of introspection, right? So you'll need to take a step back for the month of November and look back and take a look at yourself. It also suggests is what you will be doing because of this disappointment. You'll take some time for some solitude. It's also telling you to take a step back from the noise and find some peace, some inner peace. And reflect on your path. Ask yourself, is this the path I want to continue on? It might be a path that you originally set off for, but things have changed. Things have changed now. And you need to take a step back and figure it out. You need to reset your goals and think about where you're going now, because you're at a crossroads, right? Where are you going now? Where do you see yourself 10 years from now, or 5 years from now, or a year from now? How do you get there, right? So you need to take some time to reflect on that. Okay. And next you'll have you're moving on to the Seven of Swords, which is also a card of caution. Okay, caution of some possible betrayal, which is what the Five of Cups is telling you, and a bit of disappointment. This card, the Seven of Swords, it's like someone's plotting against you. It may or may not be a plot, but these days every man's for themselves. So just be careful. Some people that you think might be your friends may not be your friends. Be careful of gossip in the workplace. Try to refrain from that. Don't gossip about your boss, supervisor, even others in the workplace. Don't do that. Don't participate in that. Participate in that type of behavior. Okay, it's very low vibrational. Okay, chart function. You have to raise your vibration. Okay, it's a dog world out there. You need to protect yourself and watch your back. And gossiping does not help you. Okay, and then you move into the Ten of Wands. Okay, the Ten of Wands, you'll start feeling, or you might be feeling already, burdened with responsibility, because whatever's going to take place, it's going to be heavy on you. It might be heavy on you. You know, this card appears in a reading when someone's feeling overwhelmed with their responsibilities or obligations. So at this time, tread very lightly, be careful with your purchases, and you may have to start trimming the fat, right? Things you don't need, you might have to start cutting those things out. You know, you'll also, it's also telling you, you know, basically what I just told you, you know, lighten your load. So trim the fat, things you don't need, get rid of it. Remember, needs are not wants, okay? I mean, needs are not wants. Get rid of the things you don't, you know, you don't need. So you'll need to reflect and communicate also. So I see a lot of to your person in regards to this financial setback you may have here. Okay, so I see you managing your responsibilities and navigating through your challenges. Stay true to yourself and seek guidance if you need to, okay? And find balance during this time, Scorpio. Okay, that's your general overview for the month of November. We're going to move into money. Let's see what money has to say here. With the finances, career and finances. Okay. So here you have the Eight of Wands. The Page of Wands. Okay. All right. And then the third card is the Two of Wands. The fourth card is the Three of Cups. Okay. Seven of Cups. 5. Page of Cups. And then you have the World, which this is a really good card, Scorpio. So however your general reading was, this is a really, really good card. You know, the world is in your hands. It's basically saying, is what that is saying. Which is, it's an action card also. Okay? So, with the Eight of Wands, it's telling you there's a lot of financial opportunities here coming for you in the month of November. But remember, there is no time. The spiritual realm, there's no time. So this may not be, this reading might take a little longer. Okay, it might bleed through December or even January, but it will happen, because it all depends on how fast you operate, how fast you move on things. as you saw in the general reading, you'll have an unexpected flow of money. Okay, that's what this is telling you. Unexpected flow of money. There's a lot of rapid changes happening for you here, Scorpio. You might receive some financial news, some type of payout, back pay, bonus, something money you was expecting from an event in your life, lawsuit, something like that. It's a positive sign of of progress, basically, in your finances. And next you have the Page of Wands. Again, with the Page of Wands, another opportunity card. You'll have new ideas and new opportunities coming for you. That can lead to financial growth, new opportunities. I don't know where you're getting this money from, but you might decide to put it into some type of business opportunity or financial opportunity. You'll have new ideas, okay? And like I said, new opportunities are going to become in your way and lead to financial growth. I see you'll also be working on some creative, have some type of creative aspect of yourself. I don't know what it is, but you're going to utilize that this month, or during this time, I should say. You'll have creative ways to earn money. So I don't know if it's going to be a side hustle, something that you're going to create for yourself. That's eventually going to lead to a full-time gig, a full-time business for yourself. So the Page of Wands symbolizes the beginning of a journey, a financial journey, okay? And then you'll move into the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is you're gonna arrive at the crossroads, so you'll have to make decisions from this, right? It's money and career, basically. Telling you you'll have to make a choice of working for yourself or working for others, okay? I cannot say what you should do or not do. Only you can make that decision. However, it looks like some of you will opt to work for yourself, okay? You'll opt to work for yourself. So, but whatever your choice you make, the Three of Cups is saying is saying that there's abundance, right? It's a positive sign, the Three of Cups. Okay. It's a sign of abundance and celebration. And it looks like you'll be financially secure somehow, perhaps from your new business venture or creativity that you created a business for yourself, so that's great. You're going to be enjoying the fruits of your labor, the fruits of your hard work. You're surrounded by supportive people also who have helped you achieve your financial goals. However, be cautious, is what the Seven of Swords is saying. Don't get crazy. I know it's a time for rejoicing and being happy, but be cautious also, okay? Don't be unrealistic. Don't get lost, okay, in unrealistic expectations. Sometimes we think we can the world is in our hands, and we may be we might have a bit of arrogance when we the money start flowing. It's telling you be cautious, okay? Focus on informed decisions and realistic outcomes, please. You're right, okay? You'll be because the Page of Cups is saying you have the intelligence to do so. The Seven of Cups. You can do it. Yeah, the Page of Cups is telling you have the intelligence to do so, make the informed decisions, make the money, and be financially secure. But you have to approach every business pursuit with caution, okay? And the Page of Cups is saying trust your instincts. Trust your instincts. If you feel something doesn't feel right, most likely that's what it's not right. So don't try to convince your inner self that, oh no, you're just being you're just being paranoid. No, it's not. You're not being paranoid. Just take a step back if you need to, and just reevaluate, and just make sure that read fine prints and contracts if you need to, and weigh all the possibilities. Okay? And just make sure your financial opportunities align with your values. Okay? Because it's not something you want to get into and it doesn't align your values and it causes conflict. And the world is a positive card. And next you enter into the world, right? The world is in your hands. Your life is what you make it. It signifies completion, right? Your life has come full circle. You are reaching the end of a financial cycle or project and will be celebrating your achievements. Okay? The card also is saying that your hard work is paying off or will pay off, and you are entering a phase of financial stability and fulfillment. Okay? So whatever decisions you make here, it's gonna pay off. So that's your financial reading, Scorpio. We're gonna move on to love. Okay. Let's just shuffle this. These cards are so resistant to shuffling. I don't know why. They're falling all over the place too. Okay. Let's start with the first card. And it's the Two of Swords. Nine of Cups, card 2. Empress. 3. Six of Swords. You have the Five of Wands. The Hierophant. And the Seven of Swords. So the Two of Swords is saying that you're at a crossroads. Okay? You're at a crossroads. And you'll have to make some difficult choices, Scorpio, in a relationship, a connection. It looks like you feel torn between your heart and your mind. It's not in agreement. You're having some type of inner battle. Okay? You need to find some peace. You have two different paths in this connection. Stay or leave, Scorpio. Stay or leave. That's your crossroads. You know, there are benefits to leaving and benefits to staying. However, your mind is saying one thing and your heart is telling you something else. You need to make a choice, and you will, because in comes the your 9 of cups. That's the wish card. Okay, it signifies emotional fulfillment and contentment. You'll be in a place of happiness and satisfaction in your love connection. And you're Scorpio, so should I say connections? We'll see. Only you know that. Um, all of your desires are going to be met, and you'll have a sense of emotional security and joy in your love connection. Okay, and there's your Empress. See, to you or your person, this card symbolizes traits, not male or female. Um, so those things don't exist in a spiritual realm. It represents nurturing and beauty, and abundance. And abundance. Okay, so those are you have a lot of choices. You're going to have some emotional security and joy in your love connection. Okay, there's a lot of deep nurturing in your upcoming connection, or you're going to reevaluate the current one and work something out. You guys will either work together and or you'll move on. Okay, but you will have some security, as it says in the 9 of cups. You'll have a sense of security where you work this stuff out, and you'll get to a place where you're happy. Okay, the Empress is saying that you will have a fulfillment, and you're in your current connection. Your relationship is going to thrive and it's going to grow. You're going to feel comfortable and secure. And then you have the 6 of Swords. This card, it's a transition card. Okay, it's a transition card. So you're either moving on from a challenging situation. Some of you might, and some of you may hang around to work things out, because you're feeling tired to have to keep having to keep repeating the same process over and over. I get that. Starting over is tough. Having to meet someone, learn their behaviors, learn what their likes and what their dislikes. So some of you will be moving from the 9 of Cups, because here is the 5 of Wands. It's saying you may have a power struggle in the new connection, though. If it's new, maybe because you're still learning about each other, like I just said. The likes and dislikes could also be because of miscommunication. Facing your disagreements head on will help you. It'll lead to growth and a stronger bond between you and your person. And the Hierophant is telling you to stay grounded. Okay, stay grounded. Stay grounded in your connections and your shared values and traditions. You'll have shared values, traditions, and beliefs. It could also mean commitment to something long term. Okay, it also means stability. in a relationship setting. You know, you're focused on building your future with this person, you know, based on mutual respect and understanding. And that's great. Okay. And here comes the Seven of Swords. So, you may face some dishonesty, or you're being dishonest, Scorpio. Someone's not being entirely truthful. This can be you or your connection. Also indicates that you're keeping secrets, yeah, to avoid confrontation, which could lead to a misunderstanding. Communication, Scorpio, is always best to maintain peace and longevity. You know, so try to work on that. You know, while you may have some challenges though, okay, and decisions to make, Scorpio. You also have you'll have a strong foundation of love and support though. You know, whatever you choose, however you choose to go about your connection. You know, these cards are telling you to it's telling you to communicate. It's basically, that's what, you know, what it's saying is open your communication and be honest, you know, to navigate through your difficulties, and embrace the positive attributes of your relationship, you know. And you know, if you're juggling more than one person, Scorpio, you know, you'll have to make a choice. Are you going to continue juggling forever? Or are you going to settle down with the one you know, the one that really connects to your heart? But your, you know, your mind and your heart is in this struggle. So try to work that out, you know. But whatever decisions you make, it looks like you'll be fine. But you do have this dishonesty card here. That's something you yourself need to work out. Okay, Scorpio, thank you for stopping by. Please like, share, and comment. This is your reading for November 2025. See you again.